Hi, I'm Carlos Sainz, and this is my life in pictures. Well, this is probably one of my first ever times in a go-kart. I'm probably 3-4 years old maximum, and I remember probably being the highlight of every week we would go on Sunday to drive, and it would just make me so happy, and yeah, just great memories from it. I don't think I knew how to drive. I do believe in talent, and I believe in genes.
Carlos Sainz's WRC career spanned 18 years, and in those 18 years, there is no doubt that he deserved his nickname King Carlos.
For whatever reason, I learned how to do donuts, and I learned how to do drifts. And I was 2 years old. It's impossible my dad taught me because he was never at home. And I remember there's a video at home, my dad coming back from a rally and suddenly seeing me do that by myself and him going like, who's taught him this? I think that must be a cool thing as a dad. That's actually my first podium in McLaren. This was 2019. It came the day that I expected it the least because I was starting last at this race. The day before, I couldn't even contest in qualifying. I just thought I'm starting last. If I can get into the top 10, that will be a great comeback. But I never expected to go all the way from last to third. My best race of my career, a lot of good overtaking. I had the mindset of nothing to lose. This race taught me that I should often apply that mindset more often. I think that's one of the best feelings when you know you're doing a good race and have the confidence to do overtaking at 200 miles an hour. And I think that's the kind of flow state that every driver or every athlete you want to go into. And you're chasing that flow state as often as possible. The speed for me is not that interesting because I see things at 200 miles an hour actually going on quite slow. We have time to do things on our steering wheel, time to think about our racing, our strategies. I know in an F1 car I could text and drive. I know like how much in control I am of the situation. But on the road, never text and drive and be respectful to everyone around you. Smooth operator is something I started singing on the radio once after a good race in McLaren.
Do you think that was a smooth operator? Smooth operator.
It's a song that for whatever reason had been stuck on my head for that whole weekend of that race. And I was whistling it and people around me were like, "You're singing Smooth Operator?" Yeah, I'm singing Smooth. I don't know why. I had a really good race, a good comeback again, and I sang Smooth Operator on the radio as a joke to my engineers that have heard me sing it all weekend. Fans loved it, and I just sing it only when I've done something very special. Whenever I have a really, really, really good race, not a good race, it has to be really, really good, I will sing a Smooth Operator on the radio. Another good friend, Lando, we had a lot of fun together when I was driving in McLaren. We, again, formed a relationship of respect and also friendship. We tend to have a lot of fun, like our sense of humor match.
I'm so scared. I hate it. Please, but turn it on! Why? It's just scary.
Ever since, we remain good friends and we play a lot of golf together. We play paddle together. We do a lot of plans together. And yeah, he's a guy that I really respect, a guy that I enjoy spending my time with. And yeah, even if we are rivals on track, we know we can also be good friends out of it.
Who's got the better golf score right now?
He's still catching up.
Lando Norris is the new world champion, and
I was happy for him to win that championship. I think he's deserved it. We are extremely competitive, and when I put a helmet on, I want to destroy Lando, and I want to beat him, and I want to beat Alex, beat Charles, beat all of them. And when I'm driving, I don't see Lando in front of me, or I just see a Ferrari or a McLaren, and I just know I need to overtake him. But it is true that when you take off the helmet, you can see things in relative, not maybe with the pressure of having the helmet on and racing to death like we do. In this picture, you see obviously me just had surgery from appendicitis. I think it was not so much the appendicitis itself and having to miss a race. I think it's more the moment that it came in. I think it had just been announced that Lewis Hamilton would replace me in Ferrari. I had just done probably one of my best season starts, finishing third in Bahrain and driving really well all the beginning of the year. And suddenly, if it wasn't enough during the winter with those bad news, on top of that, this appendicitis had to come, and that made me miss a race. The effects that has in a championship battle, like the world has been a bit against me the last few months. The good thing is 10 days later, this probably gave me the grit and passion and the will to come back from this. And yeah, I came back with a win.
What a comeback! A Ferrari 1-2, headed by Carlos Sainz.
That's the most proud I felt as an athlete and as a human, probably in my life. My dog's name is Pignon, and he is a very, very active, hyperactive dog. He lives in the countryside. He loves running around hunting little birds, little rabbits, or whatever he has in front of him. He reminds me a bit of me because I'm always running around. I always need to be doing something. I always need to be playing paddle, golf, cycling. And I think we have matching personalities, which in the end they say, that the dog in the end ends up always matching the owner. And good hair, good beard. Yeah, I'm very hyperactive. That's the way I would summarize Pignon. Is the real side of me. Probably the most real is, in the end, we all have our loved ones, and part of my loved ones is my dog, for sure. This guy is Charles Leclerc, my ex-teammate in Ferrari.
1 and 2, 3.
Carlos Sainz leads home his teammate.
He definitely deserves that victory.
4 amazing years together in Ferrari where we had some great racing, some great battles, but most importantly, a lot of good quality time together, getting to know each other. We were flying back together from a race back into Monaco, and our plane had to be diverted. Kind of okay to land, but he said, no way, like if there's any kind of 1% risk of the storm. And I said to him, if you say to the pilot, we divert, I drive the car home. He said, okay, deal. Little did I know when we landed that the only car available was this van that wouldn't go above 70 miles an hour.
I thought he couldn't get any worse, but look at you!
I don't think anyone would have expected 2 Ferrari Formula 1 drivers driving this van with all our luggage in the back. It was, honestly, you see the van from the outside, it was quite a funny scenes. It was just celebrating with my team, the team that supported me along the way through that tricky start to the year. We were all like, why is all of these things happening to us? Like, we're doing things well. The car is quick, I'm super fast with this car. It's just the result is sometimes it's strategy, sometimes it's bad luck, sometimes it's reliability, sometimes was maybe my mistake, but it was not clicking. And we were all like, but it will come 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 races and it still doesn't come. You start to feel the pressure, but suddenly it came, and when it came in a more spectacular manner than I ever thought it would be. As long as you believe in the fact that you're doing everything in your power to make things work, and you need to stay put. My experience tells me that it eventually ends up happening. Fortune in the end favors the ones that work hard. It's the second year in a row that I attend the premiere of the film festival. It's a very, honestly good moment. I never knew how I was going to feel in those environments, but L'Oréal always made me feel super comfortable, and they just received me with open arms, and with the rest of the ambassadors, we just have a great time. Different kind of suit, but a suit that I like wearing, to be honest. A combination between classic and modern gentleman, but always gentleman, and I think a suit always fits well on a man. It's a bit of a stigma, no, on men, that maybe they don't talk too much about skincare or hair routine. You don't hear many men talking about it. And I can tell even with my close friends who's doing it. And you're like, you've been hydrating your face, or you've been doing this. And they look at you like, how do you know? It's like, because you can tell. You can tell who takes a bit more care of themselves, no? And you do, I think, also. And I think there is absolutely no issue, no problem with that.